Riley Reiff to guard. If you keep his ass, move his ass to guard. That's the chant that we've been repeating all offseason. And I've been saying that from the womb. You know, born in 1985 in South Korea. I don't even know who Riley Reiff was. Like, Riley Reiff was... Oh, he wasn't even born in either. Oh, God, that makes me feel old. But, yeah, him, move Reiff to guard. Move Reiff to guard. And I will say that from the womb to the tomb, move his ass to guard this season. But even with the addition of superstar in the making, Ezra Cleveland in the second round, future left tackle of the Vikings, they do seem hell-bent to keeping Reiff at left tackle, Pat Elflein at left guard, and that dog don't hunt. It simply does not. Boom. And I can hear what you're saying right now. Reiff is fine. He's perfectly average. He was the 16th graded left tackle in the NFL last season. Bully on him. He was 17th in 2018. Cool. He's average. He's the prime meridian. He was all this, all that. Right. So, but when do people get so comfortable with being average? Right? Especially for $11 million a year. Right? The Vikings are not paying Riley Reiff 8 figures per season in new money to just be average. Or at least they shouldn't. I think that's a piss poor mentality. Also, his average play actually is not that average, right? Sure, it evens out to be average, but it really is scattershot all over the place. He plays solid against weak competition and horrible against good competition. Actually, he's a good microcosm for the Vikings. He's the mascot. Sign him up forever. Yeah. So last year, 2 games against the Packers, week 4 at Chicago, and the division round game against San Francisco were Riley Reiff's 4 lowest graded games of the season via PFF. 58.8, 48.9 against Chicago week 4, 55.4 against Green Bay Sunday night, Zadarius Smith, what up, as well as 51.1 against the Niners respectively. So great. Also, Riley Reiff, gave up 32 pressures and 6 sacks last season, which is not atrocious for a left tackle, but 16 of those pressures and 3 of those sacks, exactly half of all of the num-nums that he gave up last year were in those 4 games. And also 4 of his 9 penalties were in those tilts as well. So great. Against top-flight competition, he just craps the bed. And so calling Riley Reiff average is really an insult to the word average. It just is. He's just easily overmatched by better competition. He ain't it, right? But since the Vikings decided in their infinite wisdom not to get rid of Riley Reiff, decided to run it back for a year, even though they would have freed up $8.8 million in cap space. Here we are, right? So let's make some chicken salad out of this chicken bleep. Move Reiff to left guard and start Ezra Cleveland at left tackle. And yes, I know the Kubiaks talked about, well, maybe we'll play Ezra Cleveland at left guard. No. If he's a future left tackle, I much prefer Reiff left guard, Cleveland left tackle, as opposed to the other way around. Just kickstart my heart. Let's go. I will take my chances with the uber athletic rookie against Zadarius Smith, against Khalil Mack, against Nick Bosa, as opposed to that plodding, corn-fed, human paperweight Riley Reiff again. I just will. And you should too. Yeah, because if you really are committed to getting your best 5 offensive linemen on the field, as they say that they are, Ezra is one of them. Elflein is not. This all comes back down to #never Elflein. Unless they're lying, which they certainly could be, because they've done that before, and just paying lip service to the fans, right? Oh, we want to get our best 5 on the field, and nope, we did not. Cool. So Reiff, I think you do fine at left guard. He has enough movement skill where he wouldn't be a liability in the zone blocking scheme. He is a decent interior anchor, and he would be fine. I'd much prefer him at left guard than Ezra at left guard, if that makes sense. Also, dirty trick. We suggested this before. This happened with John Sullivan. This happened with Alex Boone. The Vikings, as the season approaches, they can go to Riley Reiff with a pay cut ultimatum. So right before 53-man roster cutdowns, right before the start of the season, if he's kicked inside, he would be the 5th highest paid guard in the league, which no. So he would be, the fact that he's never played guard before in the NFL, and then he would be making more than Gabe Jackson, Ali Marpet, Joel Bitonio, David Castro, as well as Trey Turner. No, that can't happen. So, again, right on the eve of 53-man cuts, approach him and be like, hey, cut your salary from 11 to 7, 6.5, or we'll cut you. Like, it's dirty, but that's leverage. It just is. The Vikings wouldn't incur that much dead cap if they got rid of Reiff. $4.4 million. They could free up $8.8 million in total. But that's the best deal that he's going to get. Like, he won't sniff 8 figures anywhere else in the league at this stage of the season. Everyone's already boxed up with what they're going to do on the offensive line, barring some sort of massive injury. Plus, as we said, Riley Reiff is a human prime meridian, right? So I think it would be the best deal he can get. Would free up $4 to $5 million in cap space, which would be great. But that, there's so many reasons, just a myriad of why Riley Reiff should move inside and Ezra Cleveland should kickstart the clock at left tackle. But it makes so much sense. That's probably why it won't happen. And Elfline remains. There you go. All right, but your thoughts? Reiff, inside, one time. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Pull us on the Venmo. Give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skull, production value.